But Garrett's first podium with us was similar conditions. Orlando 2021, I think it was, or 20, I don't remember, but they sealed the track up hard and didn't water much because they're expecting rain. Then it didn't rain and it was super slick. And Garrett got on the box, rode really well. Garrett rides really good in slick conditions. Coming from Utah, I think he's used to that blue groove, but he's good in ruts too. So 50th anniversary for Supercross. So we went with a 90s theme Yamaha. We liked that one because the white kind of fit club and the pink sort of fit muc-off. And with Yamaha, it's cool doing throwback bikes because they do have some historic looks. So I thought it was kind of cool to give back and do something unique for the sponsors and everybody. The new Luxon Gen 3 clamps, they did a pink, an actual perfect replication of the muc-off pink. Yeah, seat covers and plastics and all that stuff. So a few details here and there, but same bike, new look. I think it's cool when all the teams kind of do something different. It gives everybody opportunity to kind of get a closer look at the creativeness of the sponsors in the program. FTA FXR was one-off gear, which is really cool. Phil's is a new release that'll be available all the time. Garrett's is a retro look that's also available. So yeah, pretty cool that FXR is willing to do custom branding like that. And yeah, I think it turned out sharp.
It's kind of funny looking at both Phil and Garrett results-wise. I think the expectation has been for Garrett to be a podium guy on any given week for a long time now. I remember Anaheim won 3 years ago. He was in third until the last lap, and it didn't seem wild, it didn't seem crazy, it just seemed, well, that's probably where Marchbanks belongs. And the fact that it hasn't happened as consistently as it probably should have is kind of surprising. So I feel like any week, any year, you should expect Marchbanks to be at that level. So for him, it's a little bit different story than Phil, who I think is reminding people and kind of reproving to people that he can be at that level. So I think Marchbanks is now where we expected him to be, and Phil's probably even a little better than we expected him to be. So at this point, yeah, I think it's just a roll of the dice. They're in that hunt, and it just is that puzzle piece. Good luck for them, bad luck for others, starts, staying off the ground, all those things. I feel like they're in the window of those podiums any given week at this point.
Good, bikes are running good because everything needed a total rebuild after last week, so it's kind of nice to be able to shake it all down and make sure everything's top notch.
So did you guys basically get essentially like a fully brand new, not a brand new bike, but like the engine was completely rebuilt?
Basically brand new bike except for frame. You know, frame's the same, and basically you could say the frame's new because they had the acid wash it so they could get the lime off. So if it did rain, actually I don't think it would be too bad because it would just run off. But we'll see. 6 p.m. rain. I'm hoping it doesn't kill the vibe because everything looks so good. Our gear looks f***ing on point. Bikes look on point.
A little drizzle's okay, but real rain like last weekend's not. We don't want that again.
If it rains here, I blame it on you because you're from here.
Sure. It never rains in San Diego.
Everybody says it never rains in California, yet we've been in California multiple times when it's rained.
Oh yeah. You're always bound to get one good mutter on a West Coast series, but I don't know. It's been a wet winter.
So I'm always nearly $1 short. Is that the same?
Well, I gotta say, I'm a fan. I know everybody out there is a fan. JB, you've known this guy for a long time, and man, what a great ride.
another weekend of rain.
Yeah, but I think the track's not going to be like a cool mutter. It's just going to be like a super slick mutter. You're going for a jump, you better make out of a turn, you better make sure you're dead straight. If not, you're going to be doing 360s like I did in practice. My hips are hurting.
What about the whoops?
I don't know about those things. I mean, probably jumpers, I don't know. We'll see. I don't like jumping whoops, but hopefully skimmers.
Yeah, it's going to be muddy, but it's going to have a really hard packed layer and they're just sliding everywhere. There's nothing to really hold you in place.
Do you think that this could have been avoided if they would have like watered the track from the get-go?
I don't know. Could have not made it so hard packed, but then you're going to have a meter like last week where it destroyed the bikes because it was so hard on them. This will be more like, I think, like an East Rutherford. Like kind of just water on top and like a little mud layer.
I like it. It's just more work for us tomorrow. You know?
My only thought is we only have 2 easy ones.
Yeah.
So one will be for each of us to build, and then it's supposed to rain again tomorrow, and then we'll have to fucking wash out in the rain or whatever.
It's going to be muddy, but different than last week. It's going to be a slick, kind of tuck the front, hard base. See how it goes. Did well in the rain last week, so here we go again.
Just slopping. They're scraping.
Just scraping?
Just skid steering all of it off, but I'm glad. Are we second heat? I'm glad we're second heat. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be one of those tracks that's like, you can jump it, but you gotta be full traction, like nursing it. Whoa. We'll see. The skid steers can't get up the corners to scrape it all off, so they're just kind of leaving it but spreading it around. Then other spots are scraping it. Heat 1's going to show us everything.
Look out, guys.
When everyone found out that Garrett Marchbanks was going to go from Monster Pro Circuit Kawasaki, where it would appear he'd have a home for life, he's a prolific amateur with Team Green, probably the premier amateur team. We've seen this same play for them for literally decades, of moving riders from mini cycles to the pros and sticking with the brand. And instead he went to ClubMX, which is barely even an established team. He must have seen something before everyone else realized. This team is at a higher level than you think. Is it a factory level team at that time? Certainly not, but it wasn't as much of a step down as it must have appeared to be at that time, because you wouldn't think a rider that young, that talented, with that kind of potential would have gone to a team like this. So it speaks volumes of the team that he has stuck around. He hasn't gotten frustrated. I know he would like results probably better than he's put in. He definitely has not reached the potential, what we see he can do. A lot of that is injuries and illness and all the other things that go at racing. But it's kind of neat that he has decided to stay the course. And as the team grows, he grows, instead of just, I'm trying to look for the next factory team that I can get out of here on.
Alright, Garrett knocked it out of the game. Phil's driving up. Garrett's gonna back off, starts up to the side. Phil, P3. Garrett, not so good. That's off. There we go, up to P2. A lot's still gonna happen. A lot is gonna happen. Stay calm. Alright, catching up to Hampshire now. Here comes Joe. Nice, good pass. RJ off the track. There we go, RJ needs help out here with Thrasher. Come on, keep sticking it out. Stay buddy. Juju's down, lap rider down. See if we can stable. There we go. Double. Oh man, here we go. We're right on. Tight. RJ goes down! Me too. He's gonna be fast, so let's keep it positive.
Hey, you gotta go.
Second, but we'll get it next time. It's 8 missed calls, 100 messages.
Funny. I mean, in absolute perfect conditions for Garrett Marchbanks, and I think he showed that. We actually really should have won that race, but it's hard for lappers to know what's going on in those conditions, so it is what it is. But Garrett should have won that race. However, we'll take it. A 3 last weekend, 2 this weekend. We got good momentum, and I'm kind of glad that he's a little pissed off about not winning, and that'll, I think, keep the fire burning even hotter. And yeah, he's getting the confidence he needed. He's getting the race experience of racing up front that he needs. And still got to figure out our starts. Starts have been rather poor still. But yeah, awesome day. Bummed for Phil. But yeah, awesome for Garrett. Yeah.
The seat that travels with me everywhere.
I'm a busy guy with no time to shop, so I signed up for
Spares.
And it was so
But
easy.
it's the main one.
I took a quiz to share
This
my
weekend.
size, style, and budget, and they took care of the
So
rest.
he wants it
My stylist
the same way
items just for me.
every
Yes,
weekend.
on this
Yeah,
blazer. To fit
I
on
just,
these jeans,
I really like how I finished this
keep what
one
you love, send back the
by
rest.
shaving down
Free shipping
the
and returns.
front
And
so
no
you can
subscription
slide a
required.
bit further onto the front of the bike.
So 2 motors in a row. Basically, you guys have had to rebuild the bikes for the past 2 weekends.
Well, I do that anyway. It's just a lot more work when it's a mutter.
What specifically makes it so bad other than...
So San Francisco was really bad because everything just got really stained and wrecked. San Diego wasn't that bad. It was more of like a watery mud than like a sticky your bike up mud. So San Diego was pretty simple, but San Francisco, it just took like 6-7 hours just to clean everything. And then you still have to build after that and get your bike done.
So it's a normal Thursday anyway, just pretty much rebuilding everything.
Usually Thursdays we'd be done, but it just took it wasn't as bad, but it took a little extra time to get the bikes clean and stuff. So normally Thursday we'd be done, set up the awning and stuff like that. But we're just buttoning some stuff up on these ones.
Jeremy goes racing next week, so to get back into the flow of things this weekend. It's been a while since I've done it. LA Coliseum with Old Filthy, so yeah, should be good, should be fun. Hey, Mark.
Wake up. You got opportunity. You're not out of it.
No, I'm like, my arms are dead. I had a moment in this first set of whoops, dude. Oh.
Everybody had a moment.
Dude.
What'd I get?
7. But it's bound to happen to the other guys, so just do what you just did. Get out there early. All we had to do was eliminate that one mistake there, and you're in the fight. Nope, the result was subpar, but we were off the pace. But we're gonna pick it up this one.
So technically the first time I met Phil was just at Loretta's. But that's not even the Phil we know now. I just remember him coming off the track, being super angry about something. He was really fast, didn't get the result that he wanted, probably was dealing with some sort of injury. But I had my eye on him then because I'm like, he has raw speed and he can get starts. And usually you can iron out the rest. And I think a lot of people maybe thought Phil's career or at least good results were behind him. And I think since he's returned to Supercross, this will be the 3rd year of that. I hate to say this, but I think every time he does well, it's honestly surprising people, which is kind of nice.
Gates down. Hampshire a good start, but it looks like it's Phil Nicoletti's going to lead them and grab that Ghostbusters hole shot on the muc-off FXR ClubMX Yamaha.
Starts and that sprint speed that he's always had, there's no reason to think that if you're top 10 on the right night, you're top 5. And if you do that, things break the right way and you can be on the podium, which sounds shocking. But we've had a lot of data here. Phil's still actually pretty good at racing.
Yeah, at one point he had about 5 bike lanes on Hampshire. Shot at him, hands down.
I felt locked in, like my focus on the gate was good, and I just don't. I got a little caught, and it just killed me.
Speed comes. Look good though. You guys look racy. Timing is perfect.
Good to have a weekend off finally.
Yeah, I'm dragging ass from last weekend.
You gonna ride again this week?
We'll ride tomorrow, and then I'll play to go up to watch Key Time and the boys, but
we're gonna make him stay home. He just beat me in both heat races. He's gonna stay home. We don't need him.
You don't need him?
Yeah, we don't need him.
You don't want the support?
No.
Why not?
Does Phil show support from any emotional standpoint? Does he smile?
I mean, you can show emotion without smiling. Could be like
Thank you.
Compassionate seriousness.
Did you see one of the guys said when he almost got the podium in San Francisco, they commented on his deal, Instagram, and said, you know, it would have been amazing to see Phil get that podium, but Phil would have smiled for the first time in his life, and we wouldn't have known what the f to do.
Yeah, wasn't that like a moto memes? Like there was somebody that made a post.
But it was legendary.
It's basically like the world would stop if Phil smiled.
Yep, the world would stop.
But he was smiling like that like when they were interviewing him.
smiling and on the verge of crying. He did a good job hiding it.
Yeah, he was smiling when he was patting G on the back and everything like that.
Yeah, I smiled when Germa got engaged.
Were you nervous?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a big monumental moment in your personal life, I would say. I mean, obviously, I had some amazing things happen in my career, but that's like a whole different level of like, you know, success and commitment. So
I said, what are you more nervous about? Get proposing to her or a big set of whoops? He said, oh, big set of whoops.
Yeah.
Worst she can say is no.
Yeah, you get bit by a big set of whoops, dude. It's fucking getting the asterisk mobile medical unit. We're done.
You'll take no all day long. Yeah. You can handle no. Getting catapulted into the water lane's another story.